Welcome back to the Triple O Podcast, ang podcast para sa mga Pinoy around the world na may magandang opinion. So, kamusta everyone? Kamusta ang mga taga Canada and US? It's already fall, autumn na. Okay? Tinitignan nyo na yung mga foliage nyo dyan sa labas, mga dry leaves. At ano pa ba? Halloween. Tapos na ang Halloween. So, kamusta ang mga Halloween ninyo? I know, sa panahong ito ng COVID, hindi tayo makalabas. But I hope you guys stayed safe. But apparently, dito sa Vancouver, Canada, people still went out during the Halloween. Nag-congregate silang lahat sa Granville Street. Basically, ng pinaka party place dito sa Vancouver. And it was so bad because madami ang naka-costume at nagkadikit-dikit. So basically, para bang walang COVID. And the result was, during the weekend noon, tumaas ang COVID-19 positive cases. So, I gotta say, people, please be more aware, be more safe. I know everybody is tired and exhausted being alone and walang magawa. So, even though that's how it is, remember na we still have time na babalik din ang normal eventually. And next year, you know, kumbaga like they say noon, lagi meron pa next year. Hindi tayo mauubusan ng Halloween. So, guys, keep it safe. In the US, I believe you guys are coming up with your Thanksgiving. And I know you guys have your election. So, please be safe. Keep it to with just your immediate family. And, you know, I know some don't have big families and are mostly with their friends. But keep it to a minimum para hindi masyadong madami ang magkasakit. Always be safe, guys. Take care of yourselves. Kamusta naman ang mga nasa Europe, ng mga Filipino? You guys are in second time lockdown. I'm sorry, guys. I know it was hard at the beginning of the lockdown, and I know you guys are on the second part of the lockdown. And as far as I know, ano ba sabi dun sa news ng isang araw? There was a kind of united front during the first time around, and people were excited to do this together. Now, the thing is, now that they have to do it again, the general consensus is that people are fed up and a bit sad to go through it again and not knowing when it's going to end. So, this is coming from a CNBC news on what they're talking about, yung second lockdown sa Europe. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's really bad. Actually, even here in Vancouver, Canada, BC, our province, we are actually on the second wave. Our head doctor already said na we're already on second wave, but they haven't implemented any lockdown measures, which is good. But she's restricting most people into limiting gatherings. Kaya I hope you guys do that too. And here's the thing with for people in Europe, I know it's really bad and sad na you guys are in your second lockdown. But I hope your government, federal and local, would do what WHO is asking them to do, where the government, federal or local, they should use the time when they are restricting people to isolate to build measures, countermeasures to detect, isolate, and test, and trace and quarantine, all this, the population basically, for the coronavirus. Para naman when people, when you guys are done with your lockdown, and hopefully it wouldn't be this long, as long as before. It's much better na yung policies outside, to be able to interact with each other and to be able to do the things you guys normally would do, but with a much better measure to protect each and everyone, sa Europe. So, sa mga Pinoy na nakikinig dyan, I hope you guys do your part, and please be safe. I know it's really bad. Talk about really bad. Philippines, guys, oh my goodness. Typhoon Goni is the world's strongest typhoon of 2020. Really bad. About 1 million people na ang naapektuhan. Or anyways, I know it's really it's like double hit. Like, you have COVID-19, you guys are being restricted, walang trabaho, hirap makakuha, makabili, makalabas, and then suddenly merong typhoon. It's really, really double whammy. To make it a triple whammy, okay, there's a new storm at Sani na pwede maging typhoon. OMG, guys. Please brace yourselves. Be ready for anything that is much worse than what you guys are into right now. So, I don't know what to say, but keep it safe. If you can move somewhere else right now, move to a much better and kamag-anak nyo. But I guess at the same time, it's hard to move with the COVID-19 restrictions. So I don't know what to say, guys. I hope you guys help each other, make a plan, get some help, take advantage of what the government gives you, and keep it safe again. That's all I can say. Keep it safe. It's really hard outside right now. Na maraming tayong problema, maraming pasakit. Mundo natin ay pinaparusahan talaga tayo. But hopefully things will change, and we just need to stick together and stay positive. Those people who pray to God, to the others, pray to whichever you pray to. Have self-control. Talk to your family members. Chit chat, and hopefully may labas nyo yung mga sama ng loob nyo, and keep you sane. So much negativity today, huh? Another one, which is kind of like sad at the same time, is Sean Connery. The very first James Bond died October 31st. Ano ba siya? 90 years old. Yeah. Well, you know what? I believe naman with Sean Connery, he lived a good life. I don't see anything naman na, kung meron man siyang issue sa buhay niya, I think personally that's for his own. But from the outside, I see that he had a great career. He was still strong during his when he retired. I've seen him in a few pictures. I think he was still golfing or something else. But yeah, 90 years old, I think naman nasa tamang panahon na rin siya. Though we don't know or how he lived the last few years of his lives, but I think being James Bond and all of that, good. I would say it's a good life for him, at least. Let's talk about that. Let's change it to a positive. For you guys, what is the best James Bond movie for you? James Bond movie. For me, okay, number one for me would be Goldfinger by also Sean Connery. Ano ba to? 1964. Kasi yung first niya, I forgot na yung first niya. It was around 1961, 62. I think with Goldfinger, dyan na siya yung parabang, dyan na yung, ano bang tawag doon, yung nauso yung, paano ba niya sinasabi yun? Shaken. No, yung ano yung famous line niya, I want a martini please. Shaken, not stirred. So that's why basically Goldfinger is the benchmark for James Bonds, for the incoming James Bonds, right? Andun na yung kung saan lumabas yung mga gadget niya, when Q is basically giving him all his gadgets and stuff. So yeah, James Bond, a spy, na very special techie, right? So for me, Goldfinger is the benchmark for the rest of the James Bond franchise. Even though Doctor No, and the other ones, I mean, they're all good, man. Like a lot of them are very good. A few bad ones, I would say, but much still for me, number one would be Goldfinger, and the rest you guys can pick your own. On your own opinion, right? For you guys, ano ang the best James Bond for you, and who is your best James Bond actor para sa inyo? A lot of people didn't like what's his name, si Timothy Dalton. They said before na mukha siyang kontrabida rather than yung bida. And then sino pa ba, si Pierce Brosnan, mahina daw yung sex appeal niya, doesn't have the James Bond sex appeal. And then you got Roger Moore. I don't know what the issue is with Roger Moore. But for me, I have no issues with anybody. I enjoy my shows. I enjoy the James Bond franchise. I think the only issue I would have would be Daniel Craig's James Bond. I miss kasi yung kanyang yung kay Daniel Craig, yung James Bond niya doesn't have much gadgets. Yung gadgets niya hindi masyadong cool ba. Kung meron man siyang gadget, it's very what do you call this? Minimal, and doesn't even have that much punch. I don't even see na meron siyang gadget. It's like I get that yung timeline ni Daniel Craig, I think, is more on the old side, I think. But still, I mean, they use CM, the old M from what's his name, si Pierce Brosnan, yung M dot, ano pangalan na nun? Yung matandang babae. Anyways, so she was still M with Daniel Craig. So it's kind of weird that they used that and then not use any. Oh, even Q was still there. The original Q with Pierce Brosnan. Tapos wala naman siya masyadong gadget. Kind of weird. But anyways, ano pa ba? For me, I like James Bond, guys. So yeah, let's move on to a different news, guys. Chappelle show. Oh my god, the Chappelle show. Anybody who loves comedy, you would know Dave Chappelle is the GOAT. But you gotta see how he became the GOAT. and it's the Chappelle Show, and it's now on Netflix, guys. I believe it's on Netflix in the States. I don't know here sa Canada kung meron na, but I don't believe it wouldn't be that long before we get it here in Canada. In the Philippines, I think you guys would get it soon too. But either way, you know what, guys? Think about this. Chappelle was in the height of his career during the Chappelle Show. But around 2006, 2007, he left with only finishing 2 seasons. Now, nung 3rd season, because he was gone, nawala siya for whatever reason, you guys can research that. Or for those who, real fans of Dave Chappelle, you already know that why he left, right? Ang tawag na nito, they aired some concept, what do you call this? Parts of the show that they were building na hindi tapos. And it was called Dave Chappelle 3rd season unaired episodes, mga ganon. He didn't like that, apparently, because supposedly yung kikitain nila doon sa DVD, he was thinking of donating those to some charities. That's good. That's good for Dave. And I think, you know what? Whatever the reason is for him to end his Chappelle Show, I believe that was the thing that pushed him to become the GOAT. GOAT meaning the greatest of all time. The thing is, I think after self-realization for Dave Chappelle on what he wants to do with his comedy, he basically recreated himself by doing what he just wants to do at what he's good at. And so basically he sharpened his skill na kung saan he just went from being, kumbaga sa, kung naalala niyo yung Yu Yu Hakusho, merong mga, anong tawag na nito? May mga level nung kalaban, right? Class B, Class A, tapos merong Class S. Kumbaga yung Class B, Class A, malakas na yung mga yon. And then merong Class S, yung mas malakas pa sa A. And then merong Class S na mas mataas pa, mas mataas pa sa Class S. So basically, Dave Chappelle became, legend status na after Chappelle Show. You would think he would go down, but behind the scenes, what most people didn't know was that he was doing stand-up behind Hollywood, basically, right? He's just doing his own. He would go to some of his friends' place and basically magagawa sila ng anong tawag nito? Stand-up. And then sometimes he would just go make his own block party, just doing his own thing. And then another one that a good example was that when he did one sa barn nila, and people just go and do his set, and he's able to just say whatever he wants to say the way he would want to say it, and basically in a comedy value. So it's pretty good dun siya umangat. And then eventually Netflix came around and asked him if he would like to do a special for Netflix, and he said yes. And they offered him money, and people started listening to his set, and they're like, wow, this is a different Dave Chappelle. Because I remember when I watched his first 2 specials on Netflix, it was completely different from, hold on, let me check those titles. Okay, I'm back. So let me check this on computer ko. Okay, so 2000, Dave Chappelle had the special Killing Them Softly. That was really, really funny. And then 2004, yung 2000 was with HBO. 2004 was with Showtime. It was the For What It's Worth. Both of those were during his peak sa Chappelle show, and they killed. They were so funny. It was so good. But in many ways, it's also kind of like the same comedy as you would hear from other comedians, just like si Chris Rock. Okay, then he ran away, blah 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 blah. A decade later, around 2017, on Netflix, he showed yung kanyang The Age of Spin, Dave Chappelle live at the Hollywood Palladium, right? And then also Deep in the Heart of Texas, live at Austin City Limits, right? When those came out, it was a very different Dave Chappelle. It wasn't as funny or was it light? It was very real. It was such a real Dave Chappelle. I would say more like a more mature Dave Chappelle. It was more real. There's more what is what in the reality of our world. So, yung comedy niya, I would say, it's not dark, pero it's very more realistic. In a serious manner, na he makes it into a joke. So, I like that. I like that very much. And then he got better with Equanimity. And then the bird revelation. Oh my goodness, guys. That one was crazy. And then the 2019 Sticks and Stones. That one was hilarious. Really, really funny. I like that one. So in many ways, he's still evolving as the GOAT. So it's really him being on top. So good for Dave Chappelle. Good for us for having the Chappelle show on Netflix. So guys, you want to see how he started to become big? The Chappelle show is the thing to watch. All right, so let's move to Star Wars. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Star Wars fans, guys. So, if you guys know, Ahsoka Tano is coming to the Mandalorian. Dude, guys, man, I love Star Wars for some reason. Like, you guys have no idea. I am such a geek when it comes to Star Wars. Alright, so Ahsoka Tano is coming to the Disney Plus Mandalorian. Alright, she'll be played by Rosario Dawson. She is hot, guys. My goodness. My goodness. Alright, so for those who don't know, Ahsoka Tano first appeared during the Clone Wars series. Okay, she was Anakin Skywalker's Padawan. And then she was mentored by Anakin because I believe Anakin was also part of the the council, Jedi Council. Her storyline is pretty cool. I like her storyline. She had some issues with the Jedi Council, Jedi Order, but at the same time, she still follows the Jedi rule. But in the end, I think she didn't really like where they were headed. And at the same time, basically, when Anakin turned to Darth Vader, I don't know if this is a spoiler. If you guys still don't know, I don't know, you guys. But after Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader, basically destroyed the entire, Jedi fate, I would say. They all dispersed. So, nawala rin si Ahsoka Tano. But it was never really showed how she was killed or how she survived. But then during one of the TV series for Star Wars, the Star Wars Rebels, she was constantly shown there um, as an older Ahsoka Tano with two white blades or lightsaber, I would say. Sorry. So it was pretty cool to see her there, and much cooler that we're gonna see her now in live action sa Mandalorian. But apparently in the Mandalorian it's only gonna be one episode. So one episode for season 2, and I think probably, if you guys don't know, but with Mandalorian, Mando is gonna take Baby Yoda to the Jedi's, right? So I believe he would find her, and she's probably like, well, no, I'm not a Jedi, but I know Jedi people, she would say. And then basically just help Mando point him to the right direction, and that was it. That'll be it, I believe, for Ahsoka Tano's time for the Mandalorian. But even though I would say it's just one episode, I believe it will be so awesome. And I hope, and I hope that they should make her own TV series. I mean, seriously, like her own TV series would be much better, because you would see a storyline of a former Jedi who is not now a Jedi, who doesn't have a connection with the Jedi, but who knows how to use the Force, who knows how to use a lightsaber, and basically just like Mando, right? Like Mando is not really with. There's no more Mandalorian planet, right? I wouldn't say planet, but there's no more Mandalorian, but there are Mandalorians out there hiding. So, and they're just doing their own thing now, and there's no real tie, just doing their own adventure, and that's pretty cool. That's why this Mandalorian is such a big hit, and you're also giving, para bang binibigyan mo ng satisfaction yung mga tao, wanting, because there's a big ano ba tawag nito? There's a big fan base for the words, I can't remember their names. Hold on. Okay, so there's a big fan base with the Fett family, especially Boba Fett, and then people were so happy when during the prequel series of the movie, Jango was shown. Like, oh, Jango is the dad of Boba Fett, even though they were clones, right? And so, it's a fan service, and it's pretty cool. Like for this time around, it's a series naman, nothing to do with Rebels, but a different side of the Star Wars galaxy with the Mandalorian. So it's pretty cool. I like where they're going with this, and it's very Western. It's a Western kind of thing, right? Like abang Western ang pinag-usapan. Western more like the gunslingers during the time of, what's his name? Spaghetti Western is more what I'm trying to get at. Spaghetti Western with Clint Eastwood, back in the 60s, 70s. So it has that feel, but in space. So it's pretty cool, right? So yeah, I like Mandalorian, and for Ahsoka Tano to go there and be there and to be shown, it's another fan service, and makes it more fun for everybody. And like I said, I hope they do make one for Ahsoka for her on her own, and maybe see more of the a different side of the Jedi. Ano ba tawag sa kanila? the gray Jedis, where they are more on, they use the dark side of the Force and the light side of the Force, and maybe it'll be a good show where they try to recruit her, and maybe they'll have conflicts and all of that. So we'll see, and that'll be in the future. And Rosario Dawson will be nice to be playing the lead character. All right. Okay, so let me talk about a little bit of what I've been doing, guys. Lately, I've been getting into what most Filipinos are up to, and that is Korean drama. Oh my god, people have been talking about Lee Min-ho. I have no idea who that guy is, but apparently he's the Piolo of Korea for Filipinos. I don't know. Anyways, let me tell you a story. So everybody was talking about Train to Busan, how good the movie was. Doesn't matter whether it was a Asian movie or whatever movie, right? It's Korean. Who cares? Read the subtitles. Pretty cool. It's a good movie. It's scary and it's heartwarming kind of thing. I don't know, but I watched it, and yeah, I fell in love with the movie. It was pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty good, well made, pretty easy concept. Yeah, so that got me into it. And then another one that people were talking about was Parasite, and that one was very good, like well made. Just by looking at it sa anong tawag na nito, sa trailers, I was already falling in love with just the way the filmography is being shown. And then you watch it, oh my god, no frame was used no frame na, walang frame na naaksaya basically. Every frame is utilized in a, in a good manner, right? Hindi, walang inuubos na set. It was just all good. So yeah, so I got into those two, and then I was like, all right, fine. I'm into zombies right now. So then I was looking for zombie movie, and this hashtag alive keeps popping up on my Netflix, and so I watch it, and then I didn't know it was Korean, and then I was like, all right, so it's a Korean movie, and that one was pretty cool too, because I kind of like how simple the movies are being made, and how impactful the story is for the viewers, because in many ways, if that ever happened to you, what would you do? I don't see the hashtag alive that awesome of a movie in terms of cinematography, pero it's well made. I was satisfied. I was entertained. I know it could have been better, but for whatever they did, I was happy. It was good. So it was a Korean movie. So after watching that, there was another one on my thing where it says, "Ooh, you like zombies, right? Okay, well, this is also related to zombie movies," and it was called Kingdom, and it's also in Korean show. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, is this a series? I don't like. I got tired of The Walking Dead. You know how long that series was? I think it's still on. Sorry guys, I stopped watching. But after a couple of my people died that I like, I'm like, alright, that's it. I'm not watching. So I was like, oh, it's a series, but people were saying like, oh, well, yeah, don't worry, it's a short series. It's only like 6 or 8 episodes. So I was like, oh, okay, but will I be satisfied? Oh yeah, don't worry. Season 2 was already out, so it's basically finished. they would say. So yeah, go watch it. And so I did, and it's pretty cool. Like I like it because their thing too is um and their concept of the how the virus came to be is pretty cool. Like different. I'm not gonna spoil to those who doesn't know. And it's the same thing. It's like survival, right? So I don't mind how like it's kind of weird because it's ano ba to? During the time of kings and queens, right? So how would you control such a crazy pandemic of zombie, flesh eating people? It was pretty good the way they showed it. I know if you want to be critical, there's a lot of loopholes, but that's not the point of the show. It's basically just enjoy yourself. If this ever happened, it's very limiting din naman kasi yung how or what's going on with the virus for the zombie virus. So, you could forgive it. Plus, like I said, I was enjoying myself with the zombie movie. So, it's not a movie, but a TV show. Pero, it was good enough for me. And I like it. So, yeah, I got into it. And now I'm moving on to The King. Oh my God. Apparently, this TV show has Lee Min Ho. I don't know, man. We'll see. Why is that guy's name such a big deal? So I'm gonna watch it and I'll let you guys know how it's gonna be. You know what? Yeah, whatever. Well, I'll get into it. Alright. So let's talk about today is Thursday. As of making this thing, November 5th. So in the States, I believe Joe Biden is winning the race. So as you guys know, alright, so as you guys know, in the US, tagal na, hindi pa sila tapos sa counting nila. Well, okay, let me tell you guys. As of now, the US election results, 264 for Joe Biden, 214 for Donald Trump. And you need 270 electoral votes to win. So Joe Biden is way ahead of Donald Trump with 50 points. Now, I know Donald Trump already said now, there's cheating, there's so many blah, 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 blah. The Democrats are using the mail-in ballots to rig the election. And he even asked the Supreme Court to stop the counts. It's kind of stupid. There's no such thing, man. Like, there's no such thing. That's all I can say. But with 50 votes, 50 electoral votes, dude, there's no cheating there. You cannot cheat that much when it comes to like elections. It's like, I get it. You can cheat, maybe a few 100,000 maybe, but with 50 points for on a electoral vote, I don't think that there's cheating here. It just shows that most Americans are already saying that, hey, we don't like this guy, so let's move on with with a better person, a more sane person to lead our country. So just like what they did 2016, they're like, we don't want that lady, she is a puppet. That's what they were saying. I don't want that lady. I'm not gonna vote for a woman. Some sexist motherfuckers out there. And so they voted for the stupid guy. I guess they said, like, you know what? he is the lesser evil. So this time around, they're after feeling the blunt of the stupidity of whoever you voted for. Everybody say, well, there you go, blue wave. Now let's see. The Senate seats. It's pretty close. Right now, the Democratic Party have 46, and the Republican has 48, and they 51 for a majority government, right? So, the Republican Party is pretty close. How many more points, right? 3 more points, and that's it. 3 more seats, and they get majority. They've been sitting there even from the last one, right? So yeah, I've got really nothing to say about the Senate, other than actually there are other parties have won. Oh, did you guys know? Actually, what's his name? Kanye West actually ran for president this year. Isn't that weird? And people voted 600,000 or something. And I guess people are like, you know what? I don't want this guy. I don't want that guy. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with this guy, Kanye West. So stupid. All right, let's go to the House. The House has for the Democratic Party, they have 208, and the Republican Party has 190. So they won that majority seat last election. What was that, 2018? So this time around, they're still gonna be sitting there. So yeah, it's a big gap. What about 218 for a majority government? So Democratic Party is ahead. They just need 10 more. Republican Party, they need 18 more. No, 30. 28. So yeah, good luck with that. It's pretty far, guys. But let's go back to the presidents. Let's see. Ano ba ang ano? You know what? I never understood. It's like, why is it that they go with electoral votes instead of popularity votes? But anyways, let's see yung popularity vote for the US presidential race. Okay, so let's see. As of Thursday afternoon, Mr. Biden has 50.4% of the popular vote, which counts to 72,471,257, compared to a 47.9% for Donald Trump, with 68,907,805. So those are gonna change, obviously, as the mail-in ballots come in. So yeah, as you can see, there's a big gap. Yung kay Hillary and Donald Trump, mas malapit eh. Magkano ba yan? Hillary Clinton had 65 million and Mr. Trump had 63 million. So 2 million vote difference. This one was about 4 million vote difference. So it's a big change. It's a big gap compared to one another. But I still find that weird and stupid how people, you would think na it would be a landslide for Joe Biden, but it's not. I just find that Joe Biden is it's a little bit weak on the charisma side, and the only reason why he's getting more attention because everybody's tired of Donald Trump. So yeah, well, you know what? in many ways, good for him that he is winning. And here's my rant. I don't know what's wrong with people. Their belief system is that I am a Republican. It doesn't matter who's my leader. It doesn't matter how stupid he is. Doesn't matter blah, 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 blah. They would still vote for their party. Even though this party is going to make them poorer. It's going to cost them their lives. And whatever, whatnot. And, especially with this crazy leader that they have, Donald Trump. It's my own opinion, people. So, I don't think it's good. Kasi, a right person would think, hey, it doesn't matter whether my yung party na gusto mo, if they're doing something wrong, if they're doing something bad, I think you should opt to hey, I need to correct this. I need to change something. I need to stand up, use my vote to correct what's wrong, right? And I still don't understand why there's still a lot of people who still sides with Trump. I get those people who are really stupid. I get that. But those who are smart enough, but they just believe in their party so much that they're willing to sacrifice everything else for their party, even though their leader is stupid. That, I don't know, guys. That's really stupid. But anyways, enough of that. Okay, so for me, I gotta go, guys. Just like before, I gotta go pick up my kids. So let's talk about what did we learn today. So today we learned Joe Biden is leading and will eventually be the next U.S. president soon. And we will going to be hearing a lot from Donald Trump during today until he gets booted out of the White House. And maybe even after that. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. So, yeah, typhoon sa Philippines, guys. Ingat kayo, please. Another one coming. Sa Europe, yung mga Filipino natin dyan, mga kababayan, I know you guys are on second lockdown. Keep it tight, keep it safe, pray. Sean Connery died October 31st. Ano ba, the best James Bond for me, like I said, is Goldfinger. I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, doesn't matter. You have your own opinion. Chappelle show is on Netflix. Watch it, guys. Ahsoka Tano is coming to the Mandalorian. Can't wait. And Korean drama. Yeah, so for that one, you guys, I don't know. Tell me what other good TV shows to watch, maybe, I guess, for Korean. And we'll go from there. No, there was a, ano ba yun? I have a notification. All right. So, okay. Guys, I would like to say thank you for listening. And please, if you have any more question or you just want to add something to the topic, like I said, if you guys have any suggestion para sa aking Korean drama, go to the comments or give me a tweet. And don't forget, guys, to follow our website, our Facebook page, and our Instagram. All right, so check you guys next time. And that's it, Pansit. Paalam.